From luxury real estate overlooking Sydney to a garage filled with high-performance machines, Tim Tszyu lives the kind of life only a handful of world champions ever achieve. But behind the wealth, the championships, and the famous surname lies the story of a fighter who refused to let his father's legacy define him. Today, we're stepping inside the modern world of Australian boxing royalty. We'll explore his remarkable rise, his stunning properties, elite car collection, grounded personal life, and the career-defining victory over Errol Spence Jr. that firmly established him among boxing's elite. If you're ready to uncover the untold story, hit that subscribe button right now. This is a journey you cannot afford to miss. To understand the magnitude of Tim's rise, you have to look back at the brutal crucible that shaped him. Growing up in Sydney as the son of an undisputed world champion meant a lifetime of living under a microscope. Every sparring session was scrutinized. Every victory was met with the reminder of his father's shadow. But Tim didn't run from the past. He embraced it with cold, calculated precision. While others relied on flash, Tim mastered a suffocating, forward-moving style built on relentless pressure, educated jabs, and concussive right hands that systematically break opponents down. This methodical brilliance defined his early professional life. Tim didn't just beat opposition, he methodically erased them. He tore through the domestic scene, capturing the Australian and WBA Oceania titles with a clinical consistency that forced the global boxing establishment to stop labeling him Kostya's son and start calling him the Soul Taker. When he finally stepped onto the world stage, he didn't just compete, he dominated. Capturing the WBO world title was only the beginning. He brought a terrifying level of intensity to every title defense, proving that he could hang with the absolute elite of the junior middleweight division. However, boxing is a sport that demands blood for validation. The road to the top hit a brutal wall in the form of Sebastian Fundora, a towering, unconventional warrior who engaged him in a blood-soaked war that tested every fiber of his resolve. That was followed by the crushing, humbling reality of the Bakram Murtazaev fight, a night where Tim was dropped 4 times, leaving many critics to whisper that the young warrior had finally reached his ceiling and that the physical toll of his high-pressure style had finally caught up to him. Instead of fading into the obscurity that consumes so many former prospects, Tszyu used that heartbreak as the fuel for his final evolution. He retreated, rebuilt his defensive shell, refined his technical footwork, and returned with a newfound level of tactical discipline. This long, arduous road of triumphs, heartbreaks, and relentless self-improvement set the stage for the biggest gamble of his professional life. A blockbuster showdown against former unified welterweight king Errol Spence Jr. on July 25, 2026, at the Afterpay Arena in Sydney, Australia. The stakes could not have been higher. Spence, returning to the ring after a lengthy layoff following his clash with Terence Crawford, was looking to reclaim his elite status. For Tszyu, this wasn't just another fight. It was a career resurrection. On fight night, in front of a roaring, partisan home crowd, Tim delivered a masterclass. Utilizing superior timing, patient footwork, and devastating power punches, he outclassed Spence over 12 grueling rounds, securing a clear-cut unanimous decision. The victory did more than add a legendary name to his resume. Victories inside the ring changed his reputation. This one changed his life. Overnight, Tim Tszyu wasn't just a world champion. He became one of boxing's biggest commercial stars. That success has translated into serious financial reward. Through lucrative pay-per-view events, massive global broadcast deals with Amazon Prime and DAZN, and high-profile sponsorships with elite brands, Tim Tszyu has built a robust financial portfolio. Today, his estimated net worth is around $10 million, with his earnings accelerating rapidly following his historic victory over Spence. Unlike fighters who blow their fortunes on fleeting luxuries, Tszyu treats his wealth as a war chest, investing strategically in real estate and securing his family's generational future. His approach is real estate the same way he approaches boxing, with patience, discipline, and long-term vision. At the heart of his growing property portfolio is his luxurious primary residence in Sydney's prestigious coastal suburb of Maroubra, a modern sanctuary that perfectly balances privacy with understated elegance. Expansive, open-plan living spaces flow beneath soaring ceilings, while dramatic floor-to-ceiling windows flood the home with natural light and blur the line between indoor comfort and the surrounding landscape. A state-of-the-art private gym ensures the champion can train without leaving home, while a resort-style swimming pool and beautifully landscaped outdoor spaces provide the perfect escape after months of grueling preparation. This same commitment to quality extends to his garage, where every vehicle reflects a different side of his personality. Leading the collection is his stunning 1969 Ford Mustang Fastback. More than just a classic muscle car, it's a tribute to one of America's greatest automotive eras. When it's time to swap nostalgia for modern speed, he reaches for his Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG. Packing a thunderous twin-turbocharged V8 beneath its elegant exterior, the AMG delivers blistering acceleration while maintaining the refinement expected of a premium German performance sedan. Parked beside, it is his BMW M Series, a machine renowned for razor-sharp handling and precision engineering. The M Series reflects the technical discipline that has become a hallmark of his boxing career. For family life and everyday practicality, he turns to the luxurious Range Rover Sport. Combining commanding road presence with exceptional comfort and all-terrain capability, it provides the versatility needed for life away from the spotlight, while maintaining the premium refinement expected of one of Australia's biggest sporting stars. Yet, behind the supercars and the championship belts, Tim's world is anchored by the stability of his personal life. In December 2024, he married his longtime partner, Alexander Constantine, after nearly 8 years together, a milestone that marked one of the happiest chapters of his life. Their journey began long before the world titles and sold-out arenas, and today they continue to build a life together away from the spotlight. Friends and trainers often describe Tim as reserved and intensely disciplined, preferring quiet moments with family over the celebrity lifestyle that often follows boxing champions. While he has had to navigate the weight of one of boxing's most famous family legacies, Tim has remained focused on building a name entirely his own. Above all, he has consistently emphasized that family now stands alongside boxing as one of his greatest priorities. Today, Tim Tszyu stands as a battle-tested veteran who conquered adversity, silenced the doubters, and outclassed one of the best fighters of his generation. As he looks toward future mega fights in Las Vegas, Riyadh, and beyond, the question is no longer whether he belongs among the elite. It's how many divisions he will conquer before his place among boxing's greats is secured. For years, Tim Tszyu fought to escape the shadow of one legend. Today, he stands as one himself. The son of a champion has become the face of a new era in Australian boxing, proving that great names can be inherited, but greatness itself still has to be earned. If you enjoyed this deep dive look into the triumph and empire of Tim Tszyu, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe. Does Tim rule the middleweight division next? Or is a massive unification fight on the horizon? Let us know. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.